So I'm excited to get behind the wheel of Assetto Corsa. It's been a little while, and today's very special as Assetto Corsa has given us some free content in the 1.16 update. Of course, the big news is the free track, Laguna Seca, and of course there's a slew of cars including the Lamborghini Huracan Performante. I may or may not be saying that right, I don't care. Which of course is what we're driving today. So let's see, we're going to keep the road tires on. Yeah, let's give it about a half tank of fuel, whatever. Traction control is off, and let's go. So I think the plan will be just to give this a couple of shakedown laps, and then I'll come back with the Gallardo and just kind of do a back-to-back comparison just to see how much better the Huracan is than that. So yeah, this car's got some power. Laguna Seca, a lot of people were really anticipating this track. I think there was some, I guess you could say, teasers about it when they had their last release of the downloadable pack, and it never showed up. But I mean, people thought that Laguna Seca was coming, and here it is, and which is great that it's free. I mean, most other companies that have DLC, they charge you for it. So thank you very much for Kunos for that. I also have to say that Laguna Seca is one of those tracks that has been around for a very long time, and almost any title you can get, it's always been there. So even way back to the days of Gran Turismo, I remember this track playing Gran Turismo 2 on a PlayStation that I rented, and that corkscrew was always the hardest corner in the track. You just it was always a very kind of fun and kind of special to get through it with using a gamepad. If I went to a gamepad now, I'm sure it'd be just disastrous. But in any case, yeah, the track has been available for a very long time in all kinds of titles, and so it's not going to be very hard for me to, you know, learn the track, I guess, and get used to it, know the line. I've noticed that with the 1.16 update, that using OBS Studios, I'm getting a slight micro stutter, which I don't think was there before, so I'm going to have to just deal with that. I did just test it out recently, and I found that OBS is the cause of it, so when I'm doing my proper hot lapping, I can't have OBS going on, so I'll just have to suck it up for now. Boy, this car has a really good front end on it. I know the Gallardo has a good front end as well, especially with the semi-slick tires. Of course, we're using the Hypercar road tire on this one. It does have the Trofeos, which when we do our hot lap comparison, I'm going to put the Trofeos on this. I'm also at 97% track grip, so it's not the grippiest track, but good enough. I have to say that Kunos did a great job with modeling the track. I would imagine it's laser scan like all of the ones, or at least for the most part. If it wasn't, it'd be quite a disappointment considering there's so many other laser scan Mazda raceways out there. Before I even got to try the track, I did read that there was some complaints about a kind of a bluish hue on the track. I would say that the tarmac texture looks pretty much the same as it does in some of the other titles. At least to me, it's not. I'm not seeing anything overly bluish or anything like that for me, but I'm not that picky about some of the graphics. gotta say, this Huracan is really handling well. The front end's definitely the most impressive part. The brakes are really good. Sounds, of course, are going to be excellent, which sounds essentially just like the Gallardo. May even have the same sound files, I don't know. But that V10 is always going to be fun to listen to. Ooh, a little too much. Oops. Well, we borked that lap a little bit. So the brakes are good, but you still gotta know when to push them soon enough. And even though we have the road tires on there, there's tons of grip on the exit. Full throttle like that, no problem, no tire spin. Ooh. I tell you though, once the front end starts to slip out, it slides pretty good. Of course, I haven't had enough laps. I mean, this is the amount of laps I've put on this car and this track, so I don't know how the car necessarily reacts with different tire temperatures, or of course don't have any tire blankets on the car. The infamous corkscrew, which is always its own challenge, but really fun every time. So, this basically concludes the shakedown laps, and I would say, job well done by Kunos and Assetto Corsa. The track is definitely exciting to drive. I'm looking forward to putting some more laps on it, to be honest with you. I wasn't that pumped up about Laguna Seca, because it's just so common in every title. It's not that unique. But now that I've driven it, I'm excited about giving it a go with a whole bunch of different cars and seeing some proper racing with the AI and maybe getting online and seeing how everybody else gets along. So, yeah. Let's hop into the Gallardo and see how fast that is, and let's see how much better the Huracan is, which I suspect it's going to be quite a bit because this car is good.